I got so excited. We were driving past. I saw a building with a star on it. I thought for sure it was Carl's Jr. It's a fucking Hardee's.
I have a question. Is this the room where all hope goes to die?
Brian, go fuck yourself.
Introducing the new BFC Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Hi, my name is Brian. You may know me from one of those videos I did where I boiled McDonald's inside of its own cola. Here's a clip. Anyway, that got me thinking, what if I move all the way from Oregon to Georgia, the flyover state? Well, I did. I moved in with my good buddy Mike, and I learned some valuable life lessons as well as learning things that you will not believe. But before that, let's talk about our sponsor.
Is the dog's mess putting you in distress? Does bending down cause you to frown? Do you often slip because you see something that's kind of a trip? Do you tumble and stumble from that terrible rumble that caused you to fumble? Is the cleanup that's sticky becoming too tricky? You're in luck. Those problem doggy messes are a thing of the past, thanks to our new highly fictional Ultra Reach 5000. Because face it, we just want your money. But wait, there's more. If you figure out how to purchase our device that is patented in over 2 countries in the world, we'll send you an extra bill in the mail free of charge. And that's something we can all appreciate.
You guys know room tours, right? A room tour is essentially where we show off all the cool gizmos and gadgets in the entire room and show off how we live our lives in a unique way. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. It's static. Don't look at it. It's a different video. Shut up. Here's a room tour that my little brother made.
I feel like I'm one of those like weird white kids. Anyways.
So this is his Danny DeVito. Can we show the body parts that you're using for him?
Oh, of course. My eyeball, my hand.
Yeah, some people would think you're creepy.
I don't see how they can think that.
See, that's pretty cool, right? He collects body parts. It's not creepy. Anyway, here's a little room tour video I did before I left Oregon. Alright, room tour. Picture of a koala next to the popcorn sign. Those would normally go on the wall. Here's a pair of shorts, don't worry about that. Suitcase next to a Pikachu hat. My clothes. Obviously, I got the Care Bear shirt, the Care Bear shirt. Right here, we got the Care Bear shirt. This one here is a Care Bear shirt, and here's another Care Bear shirt. Got clothes there. Okay. Here's the shelf unit. Care Bears. Ignore that box. That goes in the trash. Ignore that. I won't have any. Care Bears. Here's where I keep my face masks. Got my PlayStation. Here is all of my electronics as well as all the toys. So this shelf unit right here normally has that. These are all of the grape Jolly Ranchers. I don't like grape. Got a couple of books up there, but most of my books are down here. This is my Rockstar box full of monsters. I might have a monster right now. I don't know. These bottles, gotta get rid of them. But this mug, no, I keep that mug. There's the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch dock is built into the actual shelf unit. When I said that the Switch dock is connected directly to that monitor, that's kind of disingenuous. What I actually mean is that the entire shelf unit has a whole mess of wires that are all going underneath it and through it. It's essentially just a hollow rectangular prism with a bunch of wires through. So when I say that the Switch dock is connected directly to that monitor, what I actually mean is that the Switch dock is connected directly to a capture card, which is then connected to my computer through a USB hub that's built into the entire thing. But then also that capture card has a video out, which goes directly to that monitor. And yes, the reason that I have a purple shirt on is specifically so that I can green screen myself into these various segments. This monitor is pretty cool. Gotta like manually press the buttons. That's how it turns on. It's hooked up directly to the Switch. So if I hit that, then it might come on. Yep, okay. Computer, ignore what I'm Googling. And then this was originally a thank you for like Jack in the Box. Let's ignore what's in there. I don't want to show you what's in there. Put that back. So the shelf unit itself measures to be about 7 feet tall and about 6 feet wide. Each one of these little white cubes is a 1 foot by 1 foot, which actually makes it really easy to measure things. It's gonna be all packed. That says dildos, that says butt stuff, and there is a sleeping bag. I just need to fit this, those boxes, and that blanket really. Out here is my window, and you can see all of my neighbors. I like to stare at my neighbors. I like to stare over there. This was longer than I thought it would be. Okay, so there I was, right, in my car. I'm driving from Oregon through Idaho. Now, what you may not know about Idaho is it is illegal to be a cannibal there. So Idaho is the only state in the entire United States where cannibalism is illegal. So I needed to get out of there quick. Problem was, in Idaho, it's such a rural area between Idaho and Utah that I ran out of gas just on the border of Utah. Just got in there. So luckily, if I needed to survive, I could eat a people. And I felt like that was good enough. I had to call all sorts of different people. I finally got one very nice Utahian, I think that's what they're called, Utahians, to drive over and deliver me some gasoline, and it was really exciting. I got to my buddy Brad's house at 1 in the morning. I was like, can I crash here for the night? And he's like, I guess. Here's a picture of us the next morning, eating breakfast. I had not been into a restaurant in a good year and a half because of the whole thing, right? And so I kind of over-ordered. I didn't realize he was ordering for both of us, so I also ordered 2 things, imagining that they were small. Anyway, I ate 3 breakfasts. So that was good enough. We played some Mario Kart, he let me win, and then I went off on my next adventure.
Just give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
The next adventure took me to South Dakota. Now that was a lot of driving between Utah and South Dakota, I imagine. I'm bad at geography. So I had to stay at a hotel because I was so tired. And I have a clip from that hotel right here. And then it like zooms in.
Alright, so I got a hotel room for the night. Just gonna check around. I really like this art. Full disclosure, I've already destroyed the restroom because I needed to take a shower, so you can see like my toothbrush, my watch, right, that's fine. Closet, my dirty clothes, right, I just have that backpack. This is the Keurig that they provide. They have a couple of coffee pods, some tea. I already made a cup of green tea. But my favorite part is I was snooping around. And I found some underwear that is not mine, because it is women's underwear. So that's cool.
After that hotel, where I did not actually take the woman's used panties, but I was glad that it was offered as an amenity. Amenity? I was glad that it was offered as an amenity. Oh, Rum, how I've missed you. Okay. So, I drove from South Dakota all the way to Minnesota. My good friend Connor, who I thought was my good friend, offered me a free night at his house, only to then rescind that offer about 2 hours before I arrived. Calling me up on the phone and saying, "Hey Brian, remember how I said you could stay the night? Well, it turns out my parents don't trust you, because you are a complete internet stranger."
Wait a minute, who are you?
So they said no, but that you should get a hotel. Where are you? And I'm like, I'm driving on the freeway. Oh, okay. 20 minutes later, calls me back up. So you at the hotel yet? Mind you, it's 5 p.m. No, I'm not. But I did eventually get to a hotel at about 7. And here's a clip of that one right here.
So that one doesn't work. I'm not sure what that would plug into. Oh my god, okay, maybe. Oh, that'd be stupid. Okay, check it out. Hotel number 2. This one is Minnesota. We have bathtub, we have toilet. My favorite part of toilet. I used toilet. There's a warning sign right here, right? But this is how I saw it when I walked in. So it was only after using toilet and closing toilet do I see warning label. Because why would I think to open? It's just, you know, here's the thing. This light switch does not appear to do anything. There was a Keurig right here. I moved it to over there. That makes more sense over there because I'm a pretty tall guy, but even then, like to reach the top, you'd have to go like that. And I'm 6'2", right? And then close. So I'm making a 3rd cup of tea. Here's my favorite part. We have TV that does not work. I thought maybe that light switch, because it doesn't seem to be attached to anything, might actually be attached to this TV, but no, it does. I drove for 14 hours today.
Why did the TV not work? Why is every motel different? Next up, I wanted to get the fuck out of Minnesota. I went into Connor's house and within 5 minutes he kicked me the fuck out. I think because I beat him at a Kamen Rider video game. But he likes to say I left on my own. Who do you believe? Let us know down in the comments, which I have disabled. Why are you looking at my shoes?
Down in the comments.
No, it's not how people communicate. Then I wanted to drive all the way from Minnesota to Georgia, which is where my good buddy Michael lives. So I got in my car and I hit go. And then I was in Minnesota for a good fucking day. Eventually, I got into Illinois. It turns out Illinois is pretty big, so I had to stay the night there too. Here's that clip.
Just got in. Super tired of driving. Bathroom looks fine. No warning label. That's a good sign. Haven't really gotten a chance to look around. TV actually works. My favorite bit right now is just Keurig is in a drawer. So that's pretty much it.
Eventually I did get to Mike's house though, and what I saw would change my life forever. Can we do that sponsor again? Cool. So I get into Mike's house and the one thing that I noticed right off the bat was that he looked like this, and he was holding a broom sweeping up Mountain Dew bottles. I thought, I drove for 5 days.
I have a question. Is this the room where all hope goes to die?
I can't deal with this shit right now. I haven't eaten since breakfast with Brad 3 days ago. Anyway, where is it going with this? Oh, you should probably meet Mike. Hey Mike, you wanna come over? Come over here, buddy. Come over here, buddy. Why don't you come over here, buddy? Why don't you come over here, buddy? This is Mike. This is Mike. Hey Mike, say hi.
Hi.
Now try to defend yourself.
I can't.
Here's a clip of us cleaning. Sorry. Here's a clip of me cleaning.
Room tour. Let's start with door. Pretty good door. A little chipped. Oh, we see a trash can. Oh, spoilers. Not used much because we have the corn dogs. I don't recognize half of this stuff, but I do see a fridge and a dirty microwave. Don't mind this. This one is on me. This monster is mine, okay? Oh, boy. So, here's the stuff that I've ordered. These boxes. And I'm using this one as trash for now. That backpack pink towel, that's mine. Futon, his. I'm not trying to say anything mean about Mike. You could probably throw the boxes away once you've opened the product. He's got his Taiko drum kit, his 3D printer, all of that. But when we start looking this way, this.
The fuck is this?
This is where the magic happens. We have a sort of a nest of cardboard and plastic bottles. Somewhere in there, I definitely saw he has about 12 Mountain Dew bottles with the watermelon flavor, which he kept buying to try to brag about.
I wasn't buying them to brag about them. I was just drinking them.
And it's great that you buy these. You don't need every bottle. There's his cat. I'm gonna fucking call animal services. This shit. Oh, hello. There's the mirror. I wanna die.
Convenient. You were at work for 12 hours that day.
I was.
Yeah. So, okay. Before anyone gets mad at Mike in the comments, let me just say that I came to Georgia to try to carve a niche out for myself, to really find my own life. If you say anything bad about my good buddy Mike, I will hunt you down. And Hey, I'm Brian. You may remember me from this video right here where I talked myself out of murder charges. I'm not afraid to do that again. Anyway.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Okay, so I've cleared out most of the floor space. Most of it. Mike said that all of my stuff would be over here. Now over here was a terrifying mess. Although there was a dresser over there, literally this entire space was filled with Mountain Dew bottles and Faygo bottles. Gotta have that Juggalo juice. Hey look, it's a kitty cat. So, that kitty cat must be responsible for all of the caked in shit. Great. Okay, so I've been at this for about an hour. It doesn't look like it because I've already filled up 3 of those bags and this is bag 4. Okay, cardboard is now collecting. There's a chair over there. You can't probably tell because there's stuff on it. I'm working towards it, but oh boy, you can see the floor. It has a pattern. Guys, if you're watching this, I really could use some help, and this is a cry for help. Thank you.
I know there's a lot going on in this video, so let's just take a break, just take a beat, and just enjoy this calming meadow that I found on YouTube that then I downloaded and put into this video to try to make it a little bit less anxiety inducing.
So I started mopping the floor. I got my floor cleaner right here. That's a broom. Don't worry about that. Let's start over here actually. Ooh, look at that purple door. Very nice door. Very good door. Over here, we got the Swiffer mop. You may recall I showed this wall. Lots of yellow on it. Well, what you do is you mop the wall. Let's continue the tour. I've gone through half a box of those Swiffers and half a box of that beer. There's a black cherry one over there. And there's a cat. This cat taunts me with its frivolity. Oh my goodness. So I started mopping. I Swiffer cleaned all the way down here. Under the bed I went. Over here. All down here. Now it's lit up and you can see that there was so much cat shit caked to this floor. There was a big old pile right there. What I did is I took that floor cleaner, I poured it on, and then I let it sit there as I basked in the fucking disgusting scent. And that, my friends, is why I started drinking a little bit more. So after it's been soaking for a while, I bought a brand new Swiffer. The box is now part of the collection. You can see it's the green. I took the dry Swiffers that came with it, and I layered them about 3 or 4 right on top of everything. Huge outline. Talking the white around the yellow of the egg, right in the center. And then I scraped, mind you, I had the dustpan nearby. I scraped it up and I brought it over. I had the dustpan right underneath it. I took it over, discarded it in the trash. I hate everything about this. But yeah, so that's been my day. I think I'm gonna take a break for a bit. More like break my neck. But I couldn't break my neck just yet because I still had to do a whole lot of things. We still had to finish this room tour video after all. The thing about rooms, right, is I own things, but the things I own are very large. Luckily, my stepfather was some sort of mechanical engineer and in like a past life where he like absorbed the knowledge of them through what is it, the planter worms? The flower? Put on screen the thing I mean. Good job, Brian. You're so good at edit and handsome. Golly, I wish I could be like you. Anyway, here's a video of me assembling my shelf unit. Part 5. Building the shelf unit. The entire shelf unit was comprised of a lot of different parts that were folded together and slid into the trunk. I'm currently unfolding them, and as I do, unpacking the rest of the car so that I can have all the pieces I require. For example, this is the other leg. The first leg I've attached, that way I could try to slide the entire thing out
And then I guess I'm just going to lean it diagonally and then get that leg next to it and pick it up and try to apply the bolts. I'm assembling the sides first and then putting the top on. The top secures everything into place, but without the sides I can't really do that. Then, in order to get it through that door, I'm going to have to take the sides off again. I hate everything. Right, and then he said framing it, so other people showed up. I'm not trying to show their license plates. I'm just trying to build this, drink my monster. I got my computer, got my drill, got my skull. So this part right here worries me because it looks like the wood right here was wet in the car somehow. So it's slightly more warbly than before, but you got your Jack in the Box thank you sign. You got your big tower. Over here, another part that worries me. I don't remember this gap being so large. It probably was, but that's fine. The fun part now is I have to take the sides off and move each piece through that door right there. And then once it's in there, I get to bolt this piece down into everything else. I think that's the best goal plan. I'm so tired. So like this is all me. This is all me. I got my computer, so I stack things like Lego.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Start the new rescue helicopter.
And speaking of stacking like Lego, I'm gonna have to end up putting the shelf unit over here in that one space that I don't like. And here's the thing, so I'm just gonna move this bed a little. Right. Oh no, more trash. Fucking who could have guessed? So, my shelf unit currently built outside. Everything else I own in here, it's starting to look very iCarly set up. I don't know. I think because I have all these bright colors and I'm just drinking more Monster. Thank you, Mr. Keurig. Thank you for holding my Monster. Cheers. So now I'm gonna have to throw out more trash and then I can start disassembling the shelf unit. That way I can put it in here and reassemble it. Cool. Now, okay, so cardboard box is getting bigger. Gonna get even bigger in a second. My rug, I don't know. There's my blanket. You know it's mine because of the colors. Who's a little kitty cat? That's right. Okay, so here's the main thing though. Hi. So if we look over here, I've set up the shelf unit and I've also put the boxes down there. There we go, flash. Okay, it's pretty well organized. I need to buy a new 3x3 cube shelf, but I need to make sure, because I measured, and from that board to the ceiling is exactly 35 inches, which made some interesting little points here. That TV is held on with a belt because I'm tired. The drill I've been using, battery is dead, so I need to charge that. I think the charger is in my car, so I'm gonna try to find that. The switch dock still works. That's plugged into all of this, but for some reason does not show up on this monitor. Mike said when he gets home, he's gonna help me troubleshoot it, so that's good. Got my keyboard, my controller, which also the keyboard controller, I'm not sure if that works. I'm gonna troubleshoot that later too. This is Keurig. Keurig will help me out later with all these to stay awake. This is Bob. Bob is the skull. He is the main ornamentation for shelf unit. But like I said, I need to put a 3x3 cube thing here. And I usually do white. I'll probably still, I mean, you're about to see what I did. But yeah, organization. Oh my God. To get that shot, I just had to lie on top of all of that. Okay, so for this next part, I forgot to film it. But what we did was Mike had a very large queen-size bed. That didn't work for us because we had to be 5 feet apart.
5 feet apart because they're not gay.
What we did was we took that mattress upstairs and we swapped it out for 2 smaller beds. I forgot to film it, but I took a picture of Mike looking confused. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sorry that we forgot to film the bed switch thing, but let's just keep going. But you know, that's all one side of the story, but as we saw there, Mike has his own story to tell.
So, I really don't have any excuse for living the way that I was living, honestly. I mean, I could blame my living situation. I could blame the fact that I regularly work 60 to 80 hours a week. I could blame the fact that I'm horribly manic depressive without the manic side to, you know, do stuff about and with also. But, I think I'm just gonna say that I let things get too far, and I honestly really appreciate Brian for, you know, doing what he did. He didn't have to. Honestly, he could have just like avoided the area and made me do it myself. Because I did, honestly, like, what you saw was so much better than how it was. Honestly, I can't even fathom how bad it was. So you seeing how bad it, you know, was after Brian got a hold of it, you know, use your imagination, man. I got nothing. I got a haircut. So we've added some things to the kitchen area. I added this bowling pin, guys. Save over 90% with your pass. Summer games. And I added some menu boards, so we know what we can eat. I cleaned up the shelf. It's now organized. Clean it over here. I cleaned up the living room a bit. There's Brian. Say hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Fuck off. He's playing Animal Crossing on my Switch now.
Oh, can they read it?
Accurate. My 3D printer is a go and I found the power cord.
What do you mean accurate?
Nothing. Alcoholism is at a 1,000% increase since Brian moved in. Snowball. There's a cat. There's a cat and I tripped over her. Oh, we have a coffee table now. I don't think that was in the last video, was it?
I don't think so.
Look. Video planning. You can't look at those yet.
I have to blur that in post.
And there's me. Hi, me. I hung up my clothes. Not all of them. I still have a lot of laundry to do.
A rug, which helps keep the bed in place, but also with the nightstand makes it look like this is a 1950s married couple's room. His bed. I just really enjoy, like, controlled chaos. Uh-huh. And then as we go... Look, we're getting there. Just the stark contrast. Ooh, I need to get a poster. Oh, yeah, I need to get a poster.
There's Brian's side of the room again. It's all neat and organized. And then here's, anyways, bye.
Anyway, so that was our room tour. We're sharing a room right now. It's pretty cool. We live like 5 feet from each other. We wake each other up constantly with anyway, I think it would be fun, right, if we asked a question in the comments that everybody can answer. And I think that question will be like, tell us a roommate story. That's not a question. Tell us a story about one of your craziest living situations. And we'll answer in the comments, both of us. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Cool. So, yep. Anyway, that was Tidepool Orchestra with Gibberish Jamboree. If you want to see more of these videos, remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, commit genocide, and follow us on Twitter at Gibberish Jambo. That's it. That's the Twitter we have now. We share it. Bye-bye.
We don't share the Twitter.
Hey, Mike, you want to tell your story?
I guess.
Okay.
Go. Brian is holding me here against my will. Please, someone help me. Please, for the love of God.
You shut the fuck up. You
Okay,
shut up.
I'm sorry.
And do it the way I told you to.